Well, as the uprising in Egypt enters a 10th day, President Hosni Mubarak says he will not stand down. The 82-year-old told the ABC News network that while he was fed up with being president, he feared chaos would ensue if he abruptly quit. Well, today's Friday prayers threaten to erupt into further violent clashes in Cairo. Anti-government demonstrators are calling it the day of departure. And the unrest continues to spread across the Arab world. While Syrian demonstrators showing support for Egypt's anti-government protesters were attacked by suspected government spies, so says Human Rights Watch. Now, it says around 200 dissidents holding their daily vigil in Damascus were harassed and intimidated by unidentified men. And the political turmoil has also reached Yemen. Thousands of demonstrators gathered in the capital on Thursday, and police used tear gas in the port city of Aden. Well, we can talk now to Yemen's Deputy Finance Minister, Jalal Yaqoub. Thank you so much for joining us. How concerned are you about developments in your country?
Hello, good morning. Well, I think the demonstrations that took place in Sana'a yesterday were quite peaceful. Both sides, I think, were restrained and got their messages across. I think we have an excellent chance now to move things along in terms of getting the political reform, to discuss and
Minister,
the initiative by the president.
Is there a concern that actually some of these protests, you'll see more protests, and that the protests will become violent, like we've seen in Egypt? And what happens to the president? I know he said he won't stand for a second term, but is there a danger that he'll have to resign sooner?
Well, I think, Francine, the situation in Yemen is different than Tunisia and Egypt. I think if you look at Yemen's political arena, you will find that there is a lot of space for political views to be aired. There are many newspapers talking about the issues of the people. Political parties are quite active. I think what happened in Tunisia is that there was a void or a vacuum of political views being aired, and things went out of control.
Minister Yaqoub, would you say that actually if the president, so far he said that he won't extend his term when it expires in 2013, but if things, this is a supposition, if things would turn violent, is there a concern that actually Yemen would fall into the wrong hands if the current president steps down earlier than 2013? The last elections that took place in 2006, which President Saleh won, gives him a mandate to govern until 2013. So I think this is constitutionally that is his term. I think the debate was about whether he should run for a second term or not, and I think he made it very clear yesterday by the initiative, which I think showed quite a good deal of wisdom and courage from his side, that this is he's not going to be running again. Now I think we need to wait for a clear response from the opposition parties on what this initiative means to them. And I think my sense is going to be positive. I think everybody from both sides understands the challenges that Yemen faces. All right.
In terms of economy and security.
We have to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us. I hope to speak to you again very soon.